Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today.
Hey, what we're out here doing is we're teaching the so-called blacks and Hispanics their nationality in the Bible, right? We're here to wake up the 12 tribes of Israel. We're here to teach the people who have been oppressed why they're oppressed and how to overcome it. So I got to ask you what your nationality is. I think I overheard you say that you're mixed, right? But just to get to the bottom of it, to get to the nitty-gritty, what's your father's race? Your father's Mexican. Come close, I want to show you the sign. I want you to take a look at the sign so you understand who you are. Because you believe in God, right? Of course you do. Most black people and Hispanic people, they do. But when you read the Bible, do you ever see, what's her name? Taryn? When you read the Bible, Taryn, do you ever see the word Mexico or Mexican?
I haven't.
You know why you haven't seen it? Because it's not in there. So what you want to be able to do is identify who you are when you read it. Because the word Mexico or Mexican, Latino, it's not in there.
That's
but
right.
what will be in its place is Issachar. You are an Israelite from the tribe of Issachar.
That's right.
Because your father is an Israelite from the tribe of Issachar.
That's right.
Because you know what's happened to us, Terrence? We've been through slavery, we've been through colonialism, and we've been indoctrinated so much that now when we read the Bible, we don't understand that that whole book is talking about us.
That's right.
That whole book from front to back is talking about blacks and Hispanics. We believe in God, but we don't know anything about what the Bible's talking about. Romans chapter 10. You understand what I'm saying, sis, with the glasses, with the white on? Okay.
Romans chapter 10 and verse 1.
How you doing, Tim Brown? Good to see you, bro. What's your name? What's your name? Harold? It's good to see you, Harold. Check this out.
Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to God for Israel is that they might be saved.
So we're reading in the New Testament, and Paul's saying that his prayer is for the Israelites that they might be saved. The Israelites are these people right here.
That's
Read.
right.
For I bear them record
This is what Paul wrote down about us. Read.
that they have a zeal of God.
We have a zeal of God. Every Sunday you see churches filled with our people, am I right?
That's right.
You see churches filled with black and brown people.
Right.
The Bible says that we have a zeal of God. Read.
But not according to knowledge.
But what?
But not according to knowledge.
We don't have the knowledge of God.
Right.
We don't have the understanding of who we are in God's book. We think that we're black. We think we're Negro, African American,
Right.
Mexican. We think we're all these things. But God is never talking to those people. He's talking to the 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right.
And you know how I can tell we haven't been taught any knowledge, Taryn? You mind if I ask your children a question? How old are you? What's your name, young man? Big dog, what's your name? Giovanni. I need your help, Giovanni. Who's this guy right here? Jesus. Your son Giovanni say this is Jesus, okay? Now remember, we read that we have a zeal of God, but we don't have any knowledge. So let's see if this smart young man, if he's right. Let's see if he's right, but I need you to pay attention, all right, bro? You with me? You with me? Go ahead.
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
So the Bible actually reveals what Christ looks like. It actually says what it says about how he looks. Verse 14.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So it says that the hair on his head was white in color, and it was like wool.
That's
Do you know what wool is? Wool is like the hair of a sheep or like a lamb. It's kind of curly. Take off your hat, let me see your hair. You got hair like wool. You have hair the same as Christ. Now, does this guy have hair like wool, like you? This guy here, does he have hair like you, or does he have straight hair? This guy has straight hair.
Bring it out.
The Bible says that he has curly hair like you. Read.
His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
So his eyes were red because he drank a lot of wine. His first miracle was turning water into wine. Go ahead.
And his feet.
And his feet. Now, Giovanni, your feet are the same color as your face, right? So we're talking about his feet, the color of his feet. Read.
Like unto fine brass.
Brass is brown, Giovanni. Christ had brown feet, just like you. Read.
As if they burned in a furnace.
As if they burned in a furnace. Now, you're a smart young man. When you burn something, what color is it? When you burn something, it turns. When mama burns breakfast, what color does it come out? It comes out black.
That's right.
Now, the Bible says, read it one more time for me.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
So the Bible says that his feet were burnt like they burned in a furnace. So what color would his feet be? They would be black. Very good. So if his feet were black, what color was his face? Black. So how could, if the Bible says that Christ had hair like wool, like you, and a black face, we haven't been taught something right. This is not Jesus. You understand that, Taryn? We've been taught a lot of lies about what God requires of our people. We've been taught a lies about who we are, and we've been forced to worship a God that's not ours. Right? If you ever wondered why blacks and Hispanics are on the bottom of society? You ever wondered that? Give me Deuteronomy 28, verse 15. Hey, big dog. Hey, you ever wonder why our people are in the ghetto while we're on the bottom of society? The Bible has all the answers to all these questions, but we got to wake up and realize what God is really talking about. Check this out.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass.
Hey, big dog. My man. Hey, when the Bible says it shall come to pass, you know what that means? That means it will happen. When the Bible says something will come to pass, it means it will happen. Come on.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
If thou wilt not hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God. Taryn, that's what we're not doing as black and brown people. We're not really hearing what God is talking about. We don't understand the Bible the way it's meant to be written. Read.
To observe to do all his commandments.
And we're not doing God's commandments. Read.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
All these curses will come upon us and overtake us. This is why the so-called black and Hispanic fill the prison houses. This is the reason why we're on the bottom in Oakland. How you doing, sis? Read.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Cursed shall thou be in the city. When I look out at Oakland, I see a cursed people. You so-called blacks and Hispanics, you are cursed because you're breaking the commandments of God. Read.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field. Any field of work, any field of study, even in those strawberry fields, you are cursed. Young lady, how you doing? Young lady, how you doing? All right, read.
Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. Right. Anybody show me a Fortune 500 company ran by a so-called Latino? You show me the stock market S&P 500 with the so-called black man in charge of it. Right. It says we be cursed with our basket, cursed with our businesses, right? Cursed with our ways to earn wages to pay for our families to eat. Read.
Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body.
And cursed shall be the fruit of your body. Your children come out not knowing who they are. Right. Your children come out into gang-infested communities. Right. Your children being born by single mothers. Right. Your children being born by absentee fathers. Right. Your children being born and taken into protective services. Right. Your children are cursed. The fruit of your basket is cursed. Read.
And the fruit of thy land and the increase of thy kind.
The fruit of the land and the increase of thy kind. How is it that in your land you are in service to a people who enslaved you? When they call you the illegal alien, when they're the ones who invaded. They're the ones who invaded and called you a Gentile. They're the ones who invaded and turned the image of the Messiah into a white man. They're the ones who invaded and told you that you are Mexican, when you are none of these things. You are the Israelites from the tribe of Issachar. You are the Israelites from the tribe of Zebulun. You are the Israelites from the tribe of Judah. Romans chapter 13, verse 11. But you got to wake up and realize who you are. Realize who God is talking to. Realize what time we're in. Hey, Big Bro, Anti-Social Club. Big Bro, hey, do you believe we in the last days?
Bring it up.
You want to come find out how we know we are? ¿Cómo está? Buenos días, hermanos. Buenos días, hermanos. La Biblia dice que esta gente aquí, hermana. Okay.
Romans chapter 13 and verse 11. And that knowing the time.
You gotta know what time it is. You gotta know why these wars are popping off across the world. You gotta wake up and know the time. You gotta wake up and know what's really going on. Read.
That now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
Now it is high time to awake out of sleep. Did you hear what that said, brother? My man, what's your name, sir? Yes, sir.
Echo.
One more time.
Echo.
Echo. So we're reading the Bible to our people. You got to go to work, but before you go to work, just peep the Bible, what we're out here to do. Because, Echo, we don't have a lot of time.
Right.
We don't got a lot of time to play around with just going to work. We can't just keep going to work and repeating the same cycle over and over.
Right.
If you cared about the state of your people, Echo,
I'm giving Caesar what Caesar is Caesar.
say it again.
I'm giving Caesar what is due Caesar.
Yeah, okay, but before you go give Caesar what's due unto Caesar, you got to understand who you are. You got to understand that today is a day you're not supposed to be working. But you got to know who you are as a man, Echo. Where are you from?
I'm from Africa.
What country?
Nigeria.
Nigeria. So why is it that you speak English?
Because the same way they speak English, we were colonized.
You were what?
We were colonized.
You were colonized by who?
by the British.
Ah, you were colonized by the British.
What they did here.
The same thing they did here. The same thing they did here. So Echo, before you walk away, why did that happen?
I don't know.
Let's find out. Because the Bible has the reasons why these things happen to God's chosen people. But you don't want to walk away not understanding. Of course you do. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 49.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
Echo. Did the Lord send a nation against you from far? Did another nation come from far and colonize your people? Read the Bible again.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
When the so-called Latinos were conquered, did a nation come from far? Read.
From the end of the earth.
From the other side of the earth, the same way the Bible said it would happen, Echo. Read.
As swift as the eagle flieth.
As what?
As swift as the eagle flieth.
As what?
As swift as the eagle flieth.
There go your Brits right there, the eagle. There go your Spaniards right there,
Bring it
the
up.
eagle. There go your Germans right there, the eagle. There go your Portuguese. There go your Italians. God said that because we broke his laws, he would send the white man to colonize Africa.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.